Hi there. My name is Madeleine. My mother died on July 22nd of 2008 from a brain tumor that spread to her spine, and I've been coming to the Dougy Center since then. When I first came to the Dougy Center, I had a lot of regret for not trying harder to be patient with my mom while she had been sick. The tumor she had affected her brain and so her temperament, and we bickered a lot about silly things that ordinarily neither of us would have cared much about. And I wish I had invested more time with her in the last few months of her life. These regrets weighed heavily on me. After my mom died, seemingly simple things like homework and doing dishes became a lot harder. I was unhappy a lot of the time because I dealt with really intense emotions on a daily basis. Being a teenager is never easy, but it's even harder to be a teenager without your mother. I was not only confused, angry, and sad, I was extra confused, extra angry, and grieving. My grandparents stayed with my family after my mother died. My Grandma Caroline was like a substitute mother to me. She stepped in to give us love and support. She would give me jobs to help me feel important and occupy my brother so I could have alone time. She and my mother both had this incredible ability to love everyone they came in contact with. My grandma she would use that love to help me and everyone in my family through a very painful time in our lives. About 4 months ago, this grandmother, this other mother to me, passed away from her third recurrence of cancer. Mourning her death so soon after my mom's death was very difficult for me. But remembering how strong my mom and grandma were helps me to be strong as well. They were the kind of women who gave unconditionally to everyone. I strive to be like them, and this effort helps me to get beyond my grief and continue with my life. I think I have come to where I am now because of my time at the Dougy Center. Talking about my experience there made me sort out my feelings instead of shutting them away. When I go to group, I can talk about whatever I'm going through without worrying about what people think. And when I go to group, I can talk about whatever I'm going through without fear of being judged, because my friends at the Dougy Center have also lost people that they love. This shared experience of loss brings us together in a special way. I will always feel inextricably bound to everyone I have met at the Dougy Center. I never have to explain how much I miss my mom and my grandma. They know. One group session, all I could do was just sit in the corner and cry, and the people on either side of me just put their hands on me and said, "It's all right, it's okay to cry," and I had never heard that before. I was very apologetic, but they reassured me, and that was a very wonderful experience. But I need to reassure you, it's not all doom and gloom at the Dougy Center. I have laughed so hard in group before, and even if you're grieving, there is humor in the world, and laughter is indeed the best medicine for that. I failed a lot in the last year. I cannot change the fact that my mom and grandma died, but I can get support from the Dougy Center. I go to group and know I'm surrounded by people who understand. They've gone through the same things that I've gone through. This is a great relief for which I owe the Dougy Center and all my friends there much gratitude. I look to my future with a brighter perspective, knowing that I can carry on the same hope and caring attitude as my mother and grandmother. Thank you.